What my job involves is, I guess, education. It's engagement, whether that's with school groups right through to farmers, with anyone that wants to learn about soils. What I love particularly about what I do is Australia has a very different climate, has very different soils, they're much more weathered. So we have to tell different stories about our soils here in Australia. My career has gone from working in Scotland, being involved in the British Soil Science Societies, coming to Australia and the cotton industry and joining the Australian Soil Science Society, having a great time exploring soils. So in 2014, I had the opportunity to come back to Australia and the University of New England. Basically, soil biology had fallen right out of the undergraduate syllabus. I think quite often when we look at soil biology and we think about it in our educational setting, we actually receive a lot of training in it in other areas. And I think a lot of universities are making that leap to say we need to bring these disparate areas and bring them back to where they have a home, in the soil, and start there to kindle our students' love for biology in that soil setting. I run workshops, I do farmer engagement, I co-learn with them. They tell me what soil health means to them, and we deliver the research and science to support them in trying to improve their soil management. My time in the cotton industry, I've worked across a range of different projects. What we're doing has relevance to what growers are experiencing, either in the environment through climate change or through the management of their soils. A colleague comes back from a Nuffield scholarship and says, I've just heard of this project in Canada called Soil Your Undies. What do you think? And I was like, oh, this is genius. The experiment's really simple. You take a pair of cotton underpants, you bury it 5 centimeters deep, you cover it back over and you leave it for 8 weeks. If your soil is biologically active, if you're thinking it as being nice and healthy, all that you get back is your elastic and your polycotton stitching. If they come out and you could give them a shake and put them back on, you probably need to be giving your soil some love. We started about 30 farmers. We stuck it into one of our undergraduate units here. Through UNE Discovery and UNE Smart Farms, we formed a partnership with Cotton Info, and we basically went out to the schools. We reckon we've got out to 500,000 Australians probably. We've engaged with over 1,000 classrooms. Somehow the Australians have just embraced it. Just to think that the work I've been doing has gotten to the stage now where it has that impact, it's had that reach, that people are aware of the work we've been doing in soil health, soil sustainability, soiling our undies, all of these great things. It's a thrill, it really is a thrill. For me as an educator, for someone who's asking people to soil their undies, I still think there's opportunity to growth and to improve our understanding of soils. And I think the way we do that is we have to actually start thinking about how do we embed it in our education. So here in Australia, we're really fortunate. Yes, we have a national soil strategy. We have an advocate for soils as well, which is incredible. And even at the World Soil Congress happening in Glasgow at the moment, that's being recognised. Australia's being applauded for it. And I will continue to do what I can, whether it's soiling underpants, writing scientific papers, or just having field days. We all have a responsibility to our soils and our soil health. And I think the more we all do, the more likely we are to actually see a fantastic future for Australia and our soils.